Good evening once more, Nigerians. Welcome to Updated Precious. Another day to give an update of things that happen for inside Nigeria. As usual, it is sweet my belly to bring an update of things that happen for inside Nigeria. And today, I get plenty story to bring for Nato. But and the stories them I carry evidence full ground because evidence surplus are everywhere. Welcome to the show. But you know as they take me now, as usual, I be given at the headlines of all the matter them what they trend, and then I begin break them down with my guests. I don't get ogbonge guests inside the studio today where they join us to break down the conversation. But before I bring my guests come on top studio, I be make it come put mouth for talk. Make I just run through some of the headlines and of the matter them way day for inside the country very quickly. I tell them I say our president day for inside Turkey right now. And then for Turkey when they waiting happen. I go tell you because something happened for there when they for inside Turkey and people don't they talk say waiting happen again now. Why Nigeria they always get this kind of problem now, or why must we face this kind of issue? But I'm coming. Make I just begin to give you those headlines one by fellow. All right. Video way Bisa will bring for you. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu stumbles, falls during reception parade in Turkey, helped up by multiple men. Say different men. I go show you evidence. You know, see, I need to talk without evidence. I carry receipts full everywhere. All right. Yes, I don't tell you, say President Bola Ahmed Tinubu stumble and helped by multiple men for inside Kano. Now, court strikes out Nnamdi Kanu's motion for transfer from Sokoto prison. But make I go to inside other matter the way we say day grand here. Nigerian police orders officers on VIP patrol duties to remain on standby nationwide. And an FCTA directs striking workers to resume duties, cites court suspension of industrial court action. So that means Wike done with. Osun Governor Adeleke condemns illegal occupation of LG Secretariat by APC officials. Say what thing they do? They say President Bola Ahmed Tinubu give us our local government money now. He don't do. Now APC don't deny the membership slip where we say to Jubelu get. Say na fake membership slip for a militant, a terrorist to get a membership card of a party. Don't deny, say no. APC don't say no. He's not our candidate. This is not coming from us. Okay, all right. So as it gets to do with Shawore case, alleged cyber stalking or cyber bullying, Shawore tenders video of Reno Omokri confirmed as ambassador of Tinubu right now, calling Tinubu an international drug baron in court. So saying that the reason we make in talk say Tinubu a criminal. You want to know why I called him a criminal? I'm not gonna see waiting. Not gonna see waiting somebody call him. So if you won't hold anybody accountable for calling him a criminal, not gonna first of all go hold Reno Omokri where they work for him right now. Okay, now this matter is a long well. Meanwhile, gunshots in Onitsha Market as traders, security operatives clash. And that matter plenty. Onitsha main market, Soludo wants to foment insecurity, sabotage Biafra struggle. IPOB, now they talk this one. Tension as youths protest the deployment of security operatives in Onitsha Market. And then video pandemonium in Onitsha Market as security operatives ordered by Soludo to shoot and disperse protesting traders. As I speak to you, not be small wahala will happen for inside Onitsha main market today because IPOB self don't talk about them. Condemn Governor Soludo for using security forces against traders protesting in Onitsha Market, the market closure. And then IPOB asked Anambra traders to reopen. They had asked them to reopen initially, even though say Governor Soludo say they go lock down the market. But some Igbo groups like RULAC, Igbo groups including RULAC and other people don't tell Soludo to reopen Onitsha Market, make it resolve the sit-at-home matter. Say this thing, now people personal businesses, and then get right to decide when they won't come market and when they don't want come market. Not be you go tell them what they go do with their business. So Oga, open the market, may they start back their businesses. Now waiting people they talk. As I even talk to you, as you get to do with Onitsha Market, Soludo should be sued. Lawyer Maxwell Okpara, one of Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers, now in they talk this one. But we could just leave that matter, enter inside other matters because matter plenty where we see we could put matter inside. So they talk about Nnamdi Kanu matter as courts don't even deny and say they no go carry and come out for inside Sokoto where we say it did. Now, if Boho don't come back to Nigeria and get, use your own mouth, say, I don't benefit from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu tribalism because he don't help me to come out for trouble. Then he go pay a courtesy visit and thank you visit to Olubadan of Ibadan. So tell him thank you for putting mouth to beg the president on his behalf. That one said, day for grant. Now, As it gets to do with FCCA, we carry, in fact, before we can react, make I even tell you what workers done today. Because sack Wike or we stop work. FCTA workers had vowed initially not to resume work unless Tinubu kicks out Minister Wike. But Wike don't react to waiting the FCT, the workers then talk now. Say, look, workers cannot bully us. They cannot bully us to do what we don't want to do. Says government will not bow to blackmail and intimidation by workers. And waiting it up. More trouble too for Wike as 6 area councils don't join this strike where they happen for inside FCT. But now they don't tell them say make them resume call up that strike. Now, national grid collapses for second time in January 2026. Cool plot. Tinubu not joking. What you sow is what you reap. During Boko, they talk about people, then when we say plan coup. I mean, well, follow they say, oh, Army, on that finally agree, say coup happen. Now, Miss Army on a need to apologize to Nigerians for not telling us all along, or for denying it in the first place. Nigerian troops uncover illegal arms factory in Doma, arrest 26-year-old suspect from Kukana, and then Governor Yusuf betrayed Kano people by returning power to APC, NNPP. Now in the top that one. Shetima will decide who becomes our VP when the time comes. APC. Now in the top that one. Defections. We can't prevent politicians from joining us. APC. Now in the top that one. 2027 claims of Tinubu replacing Shetima as running mate, not from us. APC tightens grip, controls 29 states as we talk to you right now out of the 36 states. And panic as Nigerian authorities move to debit personnel and personal bank accounts over unpaid taxes. Yeah. And then make we see other matters we will talk about. Okay, Sokoto bandits kill 3, behead bride as groom escapes from the bandits. And Tinubu transmits 24 health sector bills to Senate for consent or for confirmation. Intolerant Christians opposing Sharia law will be implemented in Oyo State if demanded. Adebayo Shitu, former minister, in the top this one. And make we see again some kind of matter where they go talk about. Yeah, presidency is a serious job, not travel and tourism. Chido Dinkalo blasting over regular foreign trips. Which matter again? Nigerian police inspector detained by DIA for alleged coup plot against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Hundreds of Gombe community displaced by bandits attacks flocked to district heads for residents. Now, Tinubu's minister Dave Umahi built a very gigantic hotel in a Boye community managed by his 27-year-old son. Okay, you go wonder whether not the son will don't become chairman or will be chairman to be now, because as long as he don't get the party ticket, he go win. Over 2,000 residents in Plateau community at risk, as the only health center we didn't get, Don Yamutu. Borno government to repatriate over 3,000 refugees from Cameroon. Court grants Minister Wike application, orders FCT workers to suspend strike. Well, all of this matter, they plenty well and more. Now, IBC will go look at this evening. And joining us for Inside the Studio now, Oga Dr. Sonny Maduka. Dr. Sonny Maduka, thank you so much for joining us. It's been a long time you've been here with us. Happy New Year to you, sir. And thank you so much for joining us.
Happy New Year, Precious. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's a wonderful time being with you once again. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us. All right, so a lot of matters there for Grand Way so go put mouth inside, but it go dey very unfair if I no fit quickly tell you what happened to our dear beloved president today for Inside Talking. You know, say they only natural make I start with that one, because even though say they say charity begins at home, but when home is far away, you start with that home where they far away to talk about the charity. So very quickly, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Nigeria's president, was assisted by officials after he stumbled and fell during a reception parade in Turkey. Now, a video that is going viral, making the round, shows the president losing his footing while exchanging pleasantries with officials during the parade organized in his honor. He was subsequently helped back to his feet by several men. Now, Tinubu was working with President Recep Tayyip Erdogan when he stumbled. There has been no official statement regarding the incident. However, President Tinubu's health has been a topic of public discussion in recent times, with many insinuating say, what did they go do for foreign trips then? And most times when he go, they even tell us when they go. They off the radar for a long time. On Monday, in the State House, in a statement published by its website, announced that President Tinubu had arrived in Ankara, the capital of the Republic of Turkey, as on a state visit. So now, as that thing take happen, people don't spark a lot of concern concerning the death of our president. Make I quickly just play that video as obtained, from the media space. Let's see, that's it. That's the video. So you see that. You see the video. That's the president walking together. So that Oh, sure. So quickly they come on the camera angle from focusing on him. So quickly the camera angle come off from where he. A person where they makes the camera had to quickly move or change the camera angle from where he is so that we no go fit see that thing. It's such a pity that our dear president was embarrassed. But people don't they talk some kind things. People they talk say, not be the first time where people they talk. Remember the last the first time we be say he fall this kind fall. He talk say as a Yoruba boy and city man, I mean, it's Yoruba man and the city boy, say him being the dobale. Say people think saying fall, but they don't say na dobale, na in the dobale. I know say remember that when him be they take parade for one of our functions for inside Nigeria. I don't know if you remember that incident, sir, when he said na dobale, na in the dobale, no before, na in fall. So when that's kind of fall also go viral before. Waiting this mean to us, especially say our president doing in the news for something like this before now, and then it's happening again. Since it basically happened for international community, does it really mean anything? Now, we see people they ask, sir. Can you hear me, sir? Hello, sir. Can you hear me? Oh dear, I don't know if Dr. Madoka can hear me. Oh dear. Okay. All right. Okay. I think he was putting up. Can you hear me, sir? Sincere apologies. Can you hear me, sir? Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. Yeah. I think Nigeria has been on the news for since APC. Let me say 2015. It's been from one bad news to another. Nigeria, our image has been battered, and like I said, your president is your brand image.
Mm.
Is the number one citizen of the country. So he's the number one that everybody sees. But unfortunately, I don't even know whether we are the one that is dealing with us or is it leaders that are dealing with us. So it's a two-way issue. Let me look at it from this way. Nobody who is not aware of the age of President Tinubu. Most of us that were 18 as of 2023, we knew that is not healthy. We are aware of that. And if anybody is telling you that he's not aware, he's telling you lies. Now, our president is more or less a visiting president. He just came in a few days ago,
Yes.
and is leaving. So what we call him now is a visiting president. So he's not even.
Wait. Yeah. In the visit Nigeria. Oh, is that what you just said?
Yeah, that was it does. Yeah, that was it does. Because it's not up to how many days that he just came in, and he's leaving. And the worst aspect of all this travel is that when your house is on fire, a father keeps home and stays at home to watch what is happening. Some of his supporters are already applauding. He went to Turkey for investment. I was just asking myself, first, where they go investment, you don't fix your house. Not be me and you, they talk, say, our national grid don't collapse for 2 times within a week. You want to go and get investment when you don't even have power that will empower the investment. I think if you look at the fall, and when you see the president walking in that place, I was just seeing somebody like Pobia. Sorry to say that, or Museveni of Uganda. These are the way they walk, and the man, if you look at him, real, the man is not okay. It's not well. And maybe our president should do one thing for us, and that is emulating what Pobia is doing in Cameroon. Pobia is a permanent resident in Switzerland. So from there,
oh wow,
yeah, Switzerland. So from there, once there's an election cycle, he comes in, wave his hands, do every abracadabra, and when immediately he's elected, he's flown back to govern from foreign land. So maybe our president should emulate that, maybe should adopt that policy. Because I don't see a president who, as of today, Nigeria is in crisis. We're talking about kidnapping. We're talking about national grid collapsing. We're talking about insecurity. A lot of things are happening in this country. And we're talking even the economy itself. Nothing is working. We're even talking about the tax that has now been imposed on everybody. And it's like the man is saying, look, to hell with you guys. As far as I'm concerned, I want to use this opportunity to know the whole world. Come to think about it. How many head of state have come to this country? Nigeria, at least, is the fifth. We ran from 2024, 14, we have number one in terms of economic indices in Africa.
Yes.
As of today, we are number 5 now. We're number 5.
Yes. So
we found look at how we have been debased. And why are we debased? Because we have not, the leaders we have not really sat down to articulate and know what is our domestic problem.
But the president said we enjoy, if you will enjoy the fruit of all the work we're doing in the nearest future. So, but he never tell us how soon. He said very soon.
My people, next, let me tell you, Precious. My people say, na early morning market, you go know whether that day market go good. He has been traveling for how many years, for Christ's sake? What investment? You see, Nigeria has a big population. You don't need to travel if you fix your home. Investors should be coming here. They are supposed to be here to invest. You know,
all right,
so
sir.
We don't need to do.
Okay, sir. Very quickly, is it enough for people to be parading videos like this, comparing how gallant the late President Muhammad Buhari looked and how our own president appears now? You know, this kind of video, then waiting people come begin parade. They show, you see how President Tinubu, President Buhari been look when he go Abu Dhabi. Will be the same place where our president will go. See how Buhari was. And then see our own President Tinubu. I mean, our current president. You know, so people can't compare the two videos. Say, is he enough? I mean, should we not give him a break? Does it stop him from doing what he has to do or what he should be doing as a president? People don't even, they argue for streets of social media. Same if you work for anywhere, it no matter. Say, may they live out. Same if they for anywhere, they work.
This is our problem. Nigerians, they will understand the truth, and they will, because of sentiment. Everybody is trying to clamor for sentimentation or emotional issues. As far as I'm concerned, the president is not okay. Every time, you see, how many times have you seen your president come to the aid to talk to us? Is he not supposed to talk to us? Why must he be every time he's going outside? So as far as I'm concerned, if the man, of course, this will happen in a sane society. If a president knew that he's not okay, the best solution is to say, look, just to resign. But it doesn't happen here. Of course, you know he's already clamoring for 2027. So he's looking at 2031. And with this kind of person ruling you up to 2031, then Nigerians should buckle up, because we're not only going to be dead burden, our economy probably will be collapsing. Because nobody, no country will invest in your country when they know that your leader is not articulated. No country will do that. So it's not a cause, it's a reality. Except that we don't want to believe it. It's a reality. The country is some kind of traumatic experiences now. So let him go around all the whole world thinking that he's doing us. He's doing himself, because
but there's something very significant. Okay, sir. I was going to mention about the significance of his visit to Turkey, very importantly, because he come at a time when he say Nigeria Day for the spotlight of the world concerning the killing of Christians. And we know Turkey, we know how Turkey used to become a Muslim country. as it were. And we know their place for waiting get to do with some kind of things really happen for inside the world. So do you think, should we get worried, or is there anything, should it be suspicious about the president visit to Turkey? That now people they talk. Why at a time when it visit the United States, they on your, they may keep you on your toes concerning the killing of a particular religion, or people of a religious group for inside your country. Now they go visit Turkey, a country where we say once had predominantly Christians, but is now a Muslim country.
Yeah, in fact, that have been some kind of worry to some of us and some Christians. Of course, the only people that are applauding this visit are Muslims. Christians are not too much, are not, excited about this tour, because, like you pointed out, Turkey used to be, a Christian-dominated country. But today is now Muslim-dominated. And the reason is probably, like some people are speculating, that he went there to ask, how did you manage to control whatever sect that is being dominated? That's what people are saying. Because the economy definitely is not for economy. Because I don't know what exactly we're going to have as economic comparative advantage between us and Turkey. If it's not something that is a little bit more than that. Don't forget that Turkey, I think there was a time we bought some ammunition from Turkey. So it could be reason too. Maybe you want to see whether you can source for ammunition for the insecurity in the country. But one thing I will need to say, Precious, that our president is our servant.
Okay, sir.
But my problem with every president in this country is that they don't want to tell the people, the owners of the land, what they are going out for. There's nothing wrong in a president telling us that I'm going for Turkey on this so mission. But if you watch that everything is being kept secret, even this travel where he traveled, now just few hours to he traveled that Nigerians knew. So sometimes I keep asking myself, are we operating really on a dark age, or are we operating in a situation whereby every sitting citizen has the right to know the whereabouts and the mission of our president? Because he's representing us. He's representing us. So it's not his own. You see, what I'm seeing, that he's thinking that Nigeria is a private estate. So he can walk anyhow, do anyhow, and nobody can ask him for accountability. That is wrong. He's our servant. He should relate to us, especially when he's going for such a diplomatic mission that people are not sure of what he's going to do. Everything is hazy. So what stopped our president telling us why and how he's gone out? Again, after just a few days, he just came back. It's appalling, because I don't even know what our president take us for. That's my problem. It's like we're nothing. We're nothing before our leaders. We can cry and do anything, but they don't care. As far as I'm concerned, the president has no right to leave this country letting us know. It is wrong. It is not done in any other country. Even when President Donald Trump is going out, the whole America is being told what the missions are.
Right.
But here, everything is secret.
All right, sir. All right, so let's quickly move on to other issues, because a lot of things happened today, and good move. We'll talk about pandemonium today ensued. Today, Tuesday, broke out in Onitsha Market, Anambra State, when security operatives ordered to enforce closure of the market by Soludo, the governor of the state, for a week, opened fire to disperse traders protesting the governor's directive. Now, Anambra State Governor Soludo shut down the market on Monday over the continued adherence to the sit-at-home order by the indigenous people of Biafra. Now, the governor questioned why shops remained closed despite the peace and calm in Anambra. So people don't they complain about this now. We had a lot of people complain about this. One of the lawyers of Nnamdi Kanu, I think Maxwell Opara, complained about this. He said the marketers should sue the governor, that it is their right, it's within their prerogative if they want to open their shops or not. Say nobody the governor will tell them when to open their market. He described the action of the governor as a trespass and violation of fundamental human rights of the owners of the market. Now, so he used to explain and I say they get the right to sue. And then the IPOB had also initially told the workers, the traders, to open their market irrespective of the order. And now when be say this one don't happen, IPOB now don't talk say the governor won't deliberately cause problem for inside the state, make it come blame them on IPOB. Sorry, the governor won't cause chaos for inside the state, make it blame them, say, oh, na IPOB, and then cause the problem. But let me just say, put up a little bit of what happened today in the market, because we could make I talk without evidence of what happened. Now, this time when the youths then they protest the the closure of the market. You see them then gather for the gate of the market, they protest.
Our secret guy.
So you see that video of the security operatives opening fire on the people then when they protest. Make I take a reaction concerning the matter, because this matter don't long well. In fact, as this one they happen, people they talk say, people they ask the governor a lot of questions. In the same way you're condemning these traders from obeying the sit-at-home order, have we also seen you openly condemn, first of all, the wrongful prescription of IPOB, and secondly, the way we be saying Nnamdi Kanu matter don't they treated? Have we seen you make open case on Nnamdi Kanu like this? That now waiting people they blame him for, especially concerning that. In fact, the same day we talk this one, and the same day way the federal government come out Igboho name for wanted list, and Igboho is back to the country today, and the same crime where Nnamdi Kanu commit, now Igboho commits. In fact, when they come for the Igboho house, they see plenty arms where they see for your house. At least they didn't see any arm in Nnamdi Kanu house when they raided his house. So this is not part of waiting people they talk, say, if the governor been done this scene as person who agitate for Nnamdi Kanu, it would have been a different case. But let me take a reaction, sir.
Well, let me be mild. Soludo, I think he has a lot of problem. Maybe with Igbo people, with his own root, with his own tribe. Soludo has never supported anything about Igbo land. I don't know why. But let's go back to the subject matter. You know, we're almost 20-something years, getting to 30 years of civilian rule. Most of our leaders still believe that we are in a dictatorship, we're in an authoritarian regime. So they can just come out and make a pronouncement as if the people they are ruling are slaves. Let's look at it this way. For a governor to come out and say a market must be closed, that to me is the height of irresponsibility. Let me put it that way. Because this is a civilian period. Just like they said, everybody has a freedom. You have a freedom of association, freedom of whatever you want to do. It is not your business to tell the workers or the private people when to go to work. Can Soludo go and tell farmers they must go to work on Thursdays? It's a private business. He has every right to engage the public servants, those who are working in government. He can do whatever he wants to do, but for private people, that's no right at all to kind of come out with such a haughty idea, haughty this and that with a grammar that has no meaning to tell people to stop. Now, are you now helping out? You said that Anambra is losing billions every day that they are shut out. Now you compounded the problem. Say the whole of a week. So who is fooling who? Who is going to benefit for that 7 days that
it's punishment to him? It's punishment for them to disobey and adhere to the sit-at-home rule.
What are you punishing anybody for?
Next time they will do better.
But have they carried gun? Have they ever molested anybody? This is their right. If they have molested, if maybe the closure is to molest people or attack people or disrupt issues, you have every right.
He said they're sabotaging the economy of the Southeast.
Sabotaging how? The economy that they have, what have they done with it? What have they done with the economy they have? That's how today, when they talk about the rail, that all the zones got railway line contract, the South didn't get. What did they say? When they talk about the highway from Calabar, Maiduguri, even up to Lagos, they pass through Warri and everything. What happened? What are they doing? So is that the problem of the youth or the Igbos? As the leaders, what are they doing? Now, since Nnamdi Kanu was incarcerated, I've not seen this man come out to the open, even say, can he be released? At least we've seen Governor going to Sokoto, at least to comfort this guy. But have you seen Soludo? Sometimes when people talk, they talk as if they own everybody. And that is what Soludo feels like. He wants everybody to feel like he owns it. Look, grammar is not leadership. You can do all the grammar, but you cannot lead anybody. I expected the Southeast governors, with what is happening today, for them to come together and see how they can develop that region. They've not. They're still working separately. What stopped them from coming together and say, how do we light up our region so that we don't go out every time this national grid collapse? How do they come and say, okay, how do we link ourselves by rail? How do we do things that are compatible with us? But all that they see is that people who felt that they are not happy about the situation they are finding themselves, and they decide to say, look, we want to sit down, and you now use that as opportunity to trash them. That is nonsense. And like that guy said, the lawyer, he could be sued because he's disrupting people's business. A business is not government business, it's private business. So, and I don't think that sitting at home has anything to do with government. It is the people who should be complaining. It is people who are not making gains or making sales that are supposed to complain. So what is his problem? So I feel so terrible that somebody like that cannot be articulative. You cannot look at beyond just the mundane. And some of these leaders, I'm just thinking, are they selling us out? Are they selling us out? Soludo have not talked about everything that is happening in the north, and the northern leaders are protecting their own. They are protecting. We see the northern leaders trying as very much as hard to ensure that even terrorists that were captured were not executed. They were trained and bring back to the society. So what is the Southeast governors doing? Their own is to blackmail and sabotage and even bring out their own people to be killed. Look at how a governor will be there and their arms are shooting. And if you see, watch those guys, they were not having any arms. They were just singing. So they were singing. What you have done is just leave them. Now you brought in gun. Now if somebody died, can you even look at it that the person that you brought soldier to kill, that person is your brother or your sister? Have you seen the northerners or their leaders or their governors or ordering soldiers to kill? Even when we see where the bandits, the terrorists are negotiating with government, you see them with regalia and everything. Did you see any governors or any leader say, shoot those people? But I'm telling you, if it's in Southeast, those people will have been killed. Or they will have been arrested so that we will be good people, good boys for the center. We're leaking I don't even want to use certain words. That is what our leaders are. They've not even, I don't know, is it complex? He said that Igbo leader cannot say, look, enough is enough. We can't be taking anything. Somebody is talking that sitting at home is destructive to have. This is the only way they can pour out their anger. And even when you shot it, they now came out to say, look, this is our leader. This is who we believe. You now brought us gun to kill. And probably before the day runs out, we will know the number of casualties. And maybe Soludo will be happy. And I'm saying if there's any corpse there, they should carry that corpse to Soludo's house. So that he'll be happy that he has killed his own brother. Meanwhile, go to the north. Not that we have the worst insecurity. But I've never seen any of their governor pointing out, even Tunji Bello and everything, that APC is denying that they didn't register in it. These guys are roaming about. And their leaders will not betray them. But here, we are the first that will betray our people. And we are the first that will be crying when we are dealt with. People should come back and realign themselves. The way we are going with this kind of leaders we have, it's going to be very difficult for the youth to trust them. And somebody was saying, I think it's the same Soludo that said that the youth didn't, the number of youths in the south was not enough, it was so low. Why shouldn't it be low? When they are not protected. If any youth do something or whatever happened, he's on his own. No leader will protect him. But the northerners will protect him.
Soludo had said that 99.9% of the crime committed in the southeast are by Igbo youths.
That's what I'm telling you. That's why I started the story. I don't think that this man loves Igbo land. Maybe, I don't know what's happening with him. There must be something that Igbos did for him or his parents or whatever, just like Asari Dokubo hated Igbos. Because I don't see somebody that is leading a country, a state, you are leading your people, and you can open your mouth and say that 99% are Igbos cannibals?
Are you saying that Soludo may be on a revenge mission in Anambra State against Igbos, his own people?
Probably. And now he has there's nothing else, because he's not coming for second term. So he's not coming for your vote or whatever. So this is the best time to do whatever I want to do. And unfortunately, it's not going to be easy for him, because Anambra people are not easy people. They will not just let him do whatever he's doing. He can do this in Imo State. He can do this in Enugu State. But Anambra, he can't. Anambra and the Abia State, there are things you cannot do. Everybody said, yes, you can do those things. But Anambra, they will not allow him. He may all do whatever he want to do. They will call him to order. If he has any problem to settle with Igbos, let him come up and say it. When Peter Obi was dragging for presidency, he was the first person that was attacking him. The same your brother. So you now ask me if this man is Igbo man, I will tell you it's not. Even if you don't like your brother, will you come out and sell him openly? Will you come and tell him that it is not? No. We need to protect our own. And I'm hoping that the use that they are going to, that has this problem today, like this policemen or whatever they are shooting. I hope, like I said, that nobody is injured. Because if anybody is injured, Soludo will bear the brunt. I'm telling you the truth.
All right, so some people think that maybe people are thinking that he's actually, that it may be because the market, the kind of rousing welcome and love that he showed to Peter Obi, perhaps now within the make and the vex, we're making no like the market people. I mean, that kind of thing, if he play a role, he's won the election, he's won the election.
Now, let me tell you, if somebody hates you, hates you. So it doesn't mean, it's just a melancholy, it's just there, nothing you will do for that person that the person will be happy. Look at what the guys are even singing about Namdek, and that alone can aggravate his pains. Assuming they are saying, Soludo, please, you are a Messiah, come and open, singing maybe his Eldorado or whatever, maybe he will have opened, but these guys are still, the person that is trying to be punitive on is the person that these youths are talking about and singing about and so happy about it. And they have said, I told somebody, Biafra is not a physical thing. It's an ideology. You don't kill it. You can't kill it. What Soludo will have done is to have a conversation with the leaders of the market. Play and, talk to them. Let me tell you, in Abia here, let me give you an instance. In Abia here, there are Mondays. Can you believe that students go to school?
They go to school on Mondays?
Yes.
Maybe because the sit at home is more effective in Anambra. That's why he's worried, sir.
It's not effective, and if the things have been opening up, it's effective here before, but things are opening up. Nothing is sacrosanct. Gradually, everything. This is something that has started for years. It's just like a wound. When you want to cure a wound doesn't go just like that. It takes time. And everybody is getting used to it now. Like now, sometimes before, if you go to Aba before, now this everywhere is sealed. But on Mondays, if you go there, you can see boy people in the market area. If you come, they run, enter the shop, get whatever they want to get, and give you. So it's opening up, and it's not by force. Gradually, everything will open up. And don't forget the grievances. The grievances are the way Igbos are being treated in this government. If you look at the appointments, you will see how many Igbos are there. Look at even the ambassadorial. The new one that was appointed, that was even approved, no Igbo person was there. So how would Soludo think that the youths are happy?
But the ambassadors, we have two former governors now, Abia State Governor and Enugu State Governors.
How their children?
As the governors,
must we recycle the old people? Must we recycle the old people? Are there no youth? Must the same old people that have killed this country be recycled their children? This is not right. Every Nigerian has every equal right. These are the things that are even creating this imbalance, this animosity. The people you are appointing, how many of them? Out of 68 ambassadors, how many are Igbos? Not up to 5 or 6. 68. And the 3 they approved or 4 they approved, there was no Igbo. The major core place, France, UK, US, there's no Igbo there. 2 Yorubas, 1 Hausa. Why are we deceiving ourselves? I don't know why Igbos are hated. And then you still have your leaders too, who's supposed to protect you, hating you again. Double jeopardy. That is the problem. Now, Nnamdi Kanu, that this use or this sit at home is being heaped on, is still there. What has Soludo done? He didn't even mention it. All he's about is a market. Market. Now, he has closed the market and is happy because from the government treasury, he can take anything he wants to do. He can take any money he wants to take. He can use the military, he can use the force, everything he can use at his own disposal. But let him not forget that power is transient. At the end of it, you will come out. And sometimes the law of karma has a way of dealing with you after all those atrocities. You can't mess up and still come back and tell Nigerians that, oh, everything is okay. Is that the way to do it? I just gave you an instance. In the north, okay, Yoruba land. You just mentioned something when you are reading the headlines.
Yes, Igboho's case, sir.
Yes. What Igboho owned was they caught arms in his house. Did they get anything arms from Nnamdi Kanu? Why did the Yoruba leaders rally around him? Nnamdi Kanu was in detention for how many years? He was adopted from Kenya. None of the Igbo leaders came out boldly said this is wrong. Igbo leaders, are they above protest? When your son is being detained abnormally, somehow bad, can't you protest? Because you are leaking the people's legs from Abuja. Let me put that way. You don't want to lose your position, a position that will be that sooner or later you will go. And you see your own brother suffering. You can't use your office to see how you can ameliorate his suffering. Rather, you turn your back, and not only turning back, you are now intimidating people who are in solidarity to what is happening against them. Who is not aware? We've been talking about port industry. Onitsha port is in Anambra. What has Soludo done? What has he done? What has he done? Can't we drag Niger to port? After all, we have port facility there. I work in the port before I retired. We have port facilities there. So what has he done? I just talk about rail. What have they done? The road from Enugu from Onitsha to Enugu to Okigwe is only few portions that you can get and you can now drive with this. What are they doing? It's very unfortunate that we don't have people like Sam Bakwe, somebody that Igbos can look up and say, this man, we can follow this man, he's going to take us to the best of best.
All right, sir. So comparing Soludo to Sunday Igboho, do you think there are similarities in their struggle? And why do you think, sorry, I said Soludo, Nnamdi Kanu, and why do you think Nnamdi Kanu's case is now treated differently?
It's the same thing when it's just like a father. When you tell outsiders that your son is too stupid, outsiders will take that your son as stupid, as being stupid. There was no time we protected Nnamdi Kanu, the Igbos, especially the leaders. But at every junction, you will see that even when Igboho messed up, you will see the elders of Yoruba protecting him. That is how it is. Even when he was arrested in Benin Republic, you see how
they went to Benin.
The leaders went there. That is it. They know that what he is doing is going to benefit us, but it's going to create some kind of awareness in the federation. Because sometimes you use many methods to curry favor or to bring notice to your zone. So that was what the Yorubas felt. And when he was doing that thing, there was caution in the federal executive that, oh, Yorubas are agitating too. So they have every right now to go into conversation and say, what do we do? But our own, we left our son. They adopted it, nobody talked. All the wahala, they put him in DSS instead of the correctional center. None of our leaders talk. Instead, you see Omahi wearing jeans and making eye like somebody who is drowning. Talking that Ebonyi is not Biafra. Who is Omahi? If not this APC. Ebonyi is not Biafra. Who are they? Because you are leaking boots. You have forgotten where you come from. You've forgotten your root. How can somebody tell me that Ebonyi is not Biafra? If you are agitating for Biafra, don't call it Ebonyi. Who are you? Are you all the sons and daughters of Ebonyi? Because you feel that you're a minister, because you've been a governor. So you equate yourself to be a god of Ebonyi State. The way we talk, our leaders never talk as if they even believe in Igbo land. They never. In fact, if they see some of them, they see a way to trade us off, they will do that. And of course, some of them are doing that. And that is why they can trade off and let us start crying. We have a great opportunity, 2023. The best opportunity for Igbo people to at least ascend to presidency. Guess who killed it? Igbos. And Wike is telling you I'm not Igbo. What is Wike? Ikwere, are they not Igbo? Doesn't he speak Igbo? He speaks Igbo and he sings in Igbo. So what makes him non-Igbo? So these are the things that when you hear our Igbo people talk, I just pity all of us. Until we talk like one, Nigeria will not take us serious. And that is why Nnamdi Kanu is going through what he's going through. If there's going to be help for Nnamdi Kanu, I'm telling you, it's not going to be among Igbo leaders. It's going to come from outside. Just like you had now recently that the state of Georgia gave him an honorary citizens award. And I'm sure within Igbo leaders, some of them are not happy. They won't be happy. So when we sold our own people, nobody takes us serious. You can't. This thing cannot happen to a Northerner. This thing that is happening to Nnamdi Kanu, and we will not see Northerners rallying around and shouting and making threats. But our leaders, because they are ministers, because they have a governorship, they are this and that, so they don't care. Self-centered human beings. Is that how you rule? No synergy. Governor Mba, we talked to him now. I heard him saying that now we are now in the mainstream. Mainstream. In mainstream, you are in APC. What has APC done for your people? Do you negotiate before you enter? That's what people do. You negotiate. What are you going to do for my people? What did he negotiate? What has come to Enugu since he entered? What? Since he entered, why didn't they have ambassadors from Enugu? Sometimes I keep asking myself, is something wrong with our leaders? Is something wrong? You just jump, others are jumping, you jump, bam. I want to, they can. What is your negotiating? What is it that is on the table for you to say you want to, so that your people, when you migrate, your people can enjoy? Have we enjoyed anything? Nothing.
All right, sir. So let's quickly move on to other conversations. You know, you mentioned the FCT minister here in Wiki, and I thought to quickly stop by him. So, you know, say the joint workers inside FCTA workers don't do on strike since, because the press was on demand. Say some of the allowances for more than 5 months they never get, some salary allowance arrears, and you know, some things so basically they agitate for what they no give them. And the FCT administration go industrial courts to go collect injunction to stop them from going to strike, to call off the strike. And as of today, the industrial courts don't finally call off that strike. But the people then they angry just before their union eventually call up that strike. Most of them besieged the National Industrial Court and the FCTA premises, where they also went to yesterday, where they hear Oga Wiki from back door run because the push and they shout and holy, holy, holy. So nine then go there today. Most of the workers they talk say which kind of this one, so you don't too much of Wiki. Say they no go agree. In fact, for them to call up their strike, say make them come on Wiki for that position, say they don't tire for them. And here's what they had to say, basically.
They are saying that
on strike, but we are in our house.
Yes. We are no more on strike, but we are staying in our house. Let them open the door wide. Let them open it from here to where? We hear our houses. No wahala. We are no more on strike to tell them weekday has won. But let them open all the gates. We are going back to do what? The land and be praying. When they meet our demand, we will come. We will not struggle with them with the gate because the life of every staff matters to us. The life of every FCT staff counts. Nobody will struggle with them. They have the gun, they have the power, they have the resources. But the people's power is more than their own. So you will go home, you will conduct yourself, you are peaceful people. They will not make you do what you are not supposed to do. You are gallant FCT workers, you have a right to be respected. This is your land. You are not a second-hand citizen here. You can't be treated badly somewhere and then you come to your own country and suffer this. We say enough is enough. We will remain in our houses. We are no more on strike. We are not struggling with anybody, but we are remaining at home. Thank you for standing strong with the union. For the union makes us strong. That is who we are. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So that they don't divide us.
No, she has said it. I will go back home.
All right, so now the workers they talk say since the court don't force them to call off their strike, say no wahala, they no go come work. They don't call off strike. They know they don't obey court order, but say they will go back, go settle for their houses, go they wait until they meet their demand. And then again, this is what Wiki had to say. You know, a lot of people expected that Wiki will win the case once he went to court because people they talk say Wiki they never lose any court case. But make we take quickly waiting and talk after
with this with the outcome of today's judgment. What are we likely to see going forward? Will there be a sit-up between the administration and the union to finally hire?
We have been always disposed to have a dialogue. Like I told you, they have met with the management, they have met with the security agencies. What are the issues? We have talked with them for. But nothing, they give you no problem, nothing will happen before you know they're going to do a different thing. If genuinely, it's okay. We have seen what has gone, what has happened, then we'll talk. But if it's on blackmail, intimidation, I would not agree. If you not go and hire all the civil servants in the whole world, take over, it's not my business.
All right. So you don't hear what Ogabwike talks. Make her quickly take your reaction concerning all the things that are happening. Not see what in the lady talks. See, the welfare of their workers matters a lot. People they talk say these people live on our resources, send their children abroad on our resources, have their own medical care on our resources. But when it comes to the demand of workers for inside Nigeria, they treat them with levity, consign them. Make her take your reaction, sir.
And I said it before, I think most of our leaders believe that we're still under military. They still believe they own us. They still believe that we are tools. Nigerians are tools to be used to work for them so that they can excel or they can back all the money. And unfortunately, this democracy has never seen in any of them. They've never understand what democracy means. Democracy is all about the people. As far as you're working, whether a minister, the president, the governor, whatever you are a servant to the people. You listen to the people. It is the people that dictate the policy. You're there to do what they say you should do. Unfortunately, you see what he says. If you mind, go and hire the whole of this. That to you gives you a mindset of somebody who believes that nothing you can do. You can do anything, you can't do me anything. This same Wike was the one that took billions of FCT money to go and build houses for judges. So how do you think that he will not get judgment? That is one. Billions of naira was expended on renovation of Tinubu Conference Hall. Meanwhile, workers are crying. And this thing didn't start today. It's been lingering.
Yes.
It's like you have children who are hungry. You tell them to just relax, and you go to your neighbor house and you buy rice, you buy everything and give your neighbor. Meanwhile, your children are looking at you. How do you think that the children would do? If the children they have enough time to be patient, one day they will react. So what happened today was the FCT workers, they've endured enough. They've seen the excesses of this man, a man that had bought cardiac. You know how much cardiac is, and people have been asking him, where did you get the money to buy a cardiac? So he has not been able to explain. So when you have such people who thought that money means everything in life, so the tendency is that every other person doesn't matter. It don't matter as far as he's making his money, as far as his godfather is protecting him, any other person can go to hell. But I'm just wondering the day this man will go out of office, how it's going to be like. Because his pride, his haughtiness, his vaunting is becoming something like somebody who feels that is a demigod. But nothing lasts forever. Somebody should tell him that he can do anything. What matters in life at the end of you being FCT as minister, what legacy are you going to give? What legacy can people say, yes, of your tenure? This is what happened. And of course, that legacy is about human. It is not about infrastructure. Because you, first of all, humanity is about love. How can humans who are working for you be able to say, when I was working with you, I got transformed into certain thing that is better than where I am coming from? Now, instead of those workers to get transformed into a better life, they are now being, is it back forward into something that they don't want. So Mike is look, he has a lot on his hand, and judiciary is on his fingers. Like I said, he built in Rivers, he built houses for them. In Abuja, he built houses for judges. So that is it. But like I said, nothing lasts forever. And I'm happy the way the FCT workers did. At least, if there's nothing he should know, there's embarrassment already. There's already global image damage. So he is thinking that it's only about, no, this video has gone viral. The whole world has seen it. And then people are going to be looking at the kind of character that is sitting there as the minister. A character that your workers are pursuing you and you're running like Ben Johnson. Yeah. So, and why didn't you wait and confront them when they are talking to you are running? So if you know you are so much of a powerful man, one man can cook for a community and the community can finish it. But a community cook for you, it's very hard for you to eat. Yeah. So he can do anything he's doing now and thinking that it's going to go scot-free. It's not going to be. The image has been damaged. Don't forget that people are going to tell president. It has never been like this. I don't think we have had a history where such a thing happened, where workers are pursuing their minister and calling him all sorts of names. And they think that people are dumb. People knew. And people are going to look at it. It's a history.
All right, sir. So there's been a little bit of a complaint lately, and something with the ball small, and as it gets to do with the person who will be the vice presidential candidate to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Before now, we don't hear complain. If I don't say, even before Oga Mahmoud Yakubu come out as INEC chairman, now we don't hear say Tinubu will change Shetima. People know they surprised because people know say person when no Tinubu go know say you need to use one vice presidential candidate, one VP for a long time. At least people use them do comparison to winning the Lagos State governor. But this time around now, gossiping don't they go around for some kind of people winning the point. Some people don't mention the minister for defense, Oga Christopher Musa. Some people don't mention Bishop Cooker. Some people don't mention Dugarapoma, speaker. Some people don't mention Bishop, different people people don't mention say could be likely people, including a sitting governor in the north. And especially because since the US can't be interested for Nigeria matter, and then come they talk and say the Muslim can Donald Trump don't even talk and say the Muslim presidency of the Nigerian it can't be like saying that because in a Muslim ticket now make wahala day. So people they feel say President Tinubu one make sure say he balance things up by using a vice presidential candidate. However, this thing that don't make nothing as the boil, nothing as say if it happen. Say if it happen, say anything will make Tinubu take a VP will be a northern Christian. Say no problem. Say because the core north no go vote for him. People don't talk, say the core north. The core north when they mention Kaduna, Kano, Katsina, Sokoto, all those places, say they're not going to even vote for them. And that makes it look like we don't have Christians in Kaduna State, in Sokoto State. The same Sokoto State where Bishop Kuka be bishop of the Catholic Church there. It can't make they like say Christians don't they those areas them where it be say they talk about. So now the APC self don't come and contact say well say they go use their hand talk later on who could be Tinubu vice presidential candidate. Even though at that APC members will be from north they complain say make Tinubu not even try and say at the beginning of a failure where other parties go use winner. With Tinubu getting almost all the about 31 states from inside the country so far, how you think say Ingo still lose election no matter what he do? He thinks it possible. Say no matter what he do, he go feel lose. Whether he choose Shetima or not, this northerners they are threats. He go hold water at all when the time reach.
Yeah, President, let me tell you what happened in 2023 was eye opener to every Nigerian. Very, very eye opener. Yeah, because people never knew. We believed Yakubu. People believe when he said that every vote must count. People believe that he said immediately you cast your vote, it's going straight to central server. So people believed. So people didn't have any inclination of there are going to be any dubious or going to be any manipulations. And for your information, the Muslim that are reigning or that are ruling us, in actual fact, you know the truth. You know the truth. Most of us know the truth.
I don't
they
know.
never won. They never won. If I have said it now, many people have said it, that it was a magu snatch it, run with it, grab it. That was how it happened. Have you seen in any sense society where election result is being called midnight? Are we witches? It is that time that witches gather. So Nigerians have become witches that election result is not going to be called by 3 o'clock or 2 a.m. Have you heard it? When people are sleeping, it's only witches that are running around that time. That's when our result was called or was relayed. The glitch. We know that was the first time Nigerians are hearing glitch. What glitch? So the issue about Muslim wasn't that it was a normal that Nigerian placed them there. It was just circumstance, your situation. Now back to your question. I want to tell you that because when you go back election. That up to today there are many Nigerians that don't call him their president because they believe that it was manipulated. Judiciary now cemented the whole manipulations. At least you've heard that. Even even the weekend we are talking about in Rivers State, you heard when he was even shutting down on an electoral officer. Everybody we see in the electoral area, you will see pictures of goats and pictures of animals being counted. So these are the issues. That's what I'm telling you. I'm just giving you a background before I now tell you that. Because people are saying that the APC, the Tinubu, Muslim won, and no, it was if that election has been fair and credible. I'm telling you, it could be APC would have been even number 3. That's me. That's what I feel. That's my own analysis. They could have been number 3, because in Lagos State it was a disaster. the place that the president came from. It was a disaster. And everybody, so if the president in his own stronghold, he lost with more than 60%, what are you talking about? Now let me go back to your question. Now, the permutation has started. That's what I call it. The permutation has started. And this is where APC is having the greatest headache. Because Shetima is like a ball that is on somebody's scrotum. If you open it, wahala. If you leave it, wahala.
Problem.
So the best thing for you to do, allow it to burst on its own. So now, don't forget that Shetima has his own electoral block. Now, if you bring in somebody like Kuka, I'm telling you, there are some Christians that will look at him as a betrayer. Yes, because people are already saying that when the US were talking about the killing of Christians, Kuka came out to say there was nothing like that. It was because of people who are now started attacking him, and then they started bringing evidence that he now recoiled. Now, that becomes why people are suspicious that, oh, it could be because it has a hint of being a vice president. That's why he messed up. So now, if you bring in Kuka, many Christians will not vote because they don't trust him. It's like he has sold his soul. So this is my own analysis. Many Christians will not vote. Many Muslims will not vote Tinubu because of Shetima's absence. Now, if you leave Shetima, he's going to have a problem. Now, there's going to be not only internal problem, it's going to have international problem. Because now with what is happening, with all this kidnapping and Christians and this and that, if we leave Shetima, I'm telling you, Tinubu will lose that election. He may not lose it internally, he will lose it externally. There's going to be external pressure. And people are going to watch to ensure that he loses that election. That was what happened to Jonathan in 2015. So there's a lot of problem for Tinubu, and that's why I'm saying this is going to be the greatest headache of APC. If you once Shetima is going, Shetima may take his loyalty to Atiku or ADC, and that will be what it will be a divide, the vote, because the Northerners are already gearing up. Some of them are not happy with the policies of Tinubu in terms of the way the flow goes. What I mean by flow is the number of Yorubas that have been empowered while Northerners have been removed. We, the Southeast, we don't care because we know where we are. Somebody who is on the ground, they fear fall. But the Northerners are not happy on the lopsidedness of appointments of Tinubu. So it's another minus. This is where the strategy starts. If they want to take somebody, they must take somebody who is a little bit neutral, just like what Obi did. Let me just use that as example. It's an example.
Okay.
What Obi did in 2023? He brought somebody that nobody knew. Nobody knew that Baba Ahmed. When he brought it, and people now went in to see his CV, and when people saw the CV, it will become an infamy. But if Tinubu take Dogara, Kuka, and Musa, there's going to be something people are going to, they are compromised because Musa is already a minister. So, and the minister when security is terrible. So what impact is he going to make if he becomes a vice president? So these are the things. Dogara doesn't have that clout. Doesn't have that clout in terms of if you put Dogara and the Shetima in a scale, Shetima will outsmart him. So Tinubu, like I said, APC is going to have a serious problem, and that's why I said Shetima is like a boy on APC sculpture, and they are the only one that know how they will bust it, but it cannot be removed. Shetima is not somebody. It's not easy. It's not somebody that you can just take out like that. Forget he's very quiet. He's mild, but I'm telling you, if you know him personally, he's a very strong person among the Northerners, especially among the extremist Muslims.
All right, so that, but there's a little bit of a problem when we say we get. Why it be say the Northerners will say if a Northerner no deputize Tinubu, a Northern Muslim rather no deputize Tinubu, saying will lose the election? Why are they insisting on it? If na Christian president day, and he say if a Christian vice no deputize, a Christian no deputize Tinubu for South, say they go lose. Then go how it take be? What's this thing about? Where they think say they okay to throw. I mean, you see Adebayo shit the other day today now. They call Christians and when he said treat Christians they intolerant of Sharia law, and that's whether they like it or not. That if they want to implement it in your state here, they will implement it. So it just makes me look okay, sir. Go ahead.
That is the fear. I told you something about bargaining. You negotiate power. What the Northerners are doing is to negotiate power. They are telling you, look, you must take Muslim. What is the Christian doing now?
Nothing. Can don't hear all these things. Can never talk. Say we hear so that we cannot tolerate any of that. The Southerners are not even talking. Nobody, everybody just stay quiet. It can't be like saying only the North then waka come.
That is it. They are the ones because they have to shout and they are talking. Because you don't, if like somebody you gave somebody something, you want to take it, he will shout. But the person who they want to give that thing should be able to raise his hand and want to take it. But you see the Christians, that's why I'm saying sometimes the fear in Christians is somehow, I don't know. Because what I know my Bible tells me about faith, and faith means the totality of you, not being afraid of anything in life. But now, the Northerner, they have every right to say, look, you cannot take away a Muslim and place a Christian. And that is it. So what is Christian doing? And they will keep shouting on it. And I'm telling you, if you do that, they may revolt. But assuming we have a counter attack on what the Muslims are saying, and Christians are coming and say, look, if you put Muslim, we will not vote. If you put Muslim against this and that, we will boycott it. That is it. That is what you call it's international diplomacy. They call it is war of psychology. You psyching your opponent, and when your opponents are not talking, you raise your tempo. The opponent here is the Christians who are not talking, and that is why, like we are talking when we started with Nnamdi Kanu. What Nnamdi Kanu is going through now is not because the state wanted to jail him. It is because of the attitude of the Southeastern leaders. If the Southeastern leaders in bloc say, no, enough is enough. You cannot treat our son like this. We are treating like this. We are going to do this. I'm telling you, in the next 24 hours, Nnamdi Kanu will be released. This is the power of unity. That's power of oneness. When the Northerners sit in Arewa house in Kaduna, they are not talking about anything. They are talking about the betterment of all the Northerners. But tell me, how many times have your Southeasterners sit together to talk about this Southeast benefit or things they want to negotiate about? So they have every right. The Northern Muslims have every right to say, look, you must. And if we are cowards and keep quiet, they will get it. The only thing that will happen is at the end of it, we keep crying. We are marginalized. Who marginalized you? Are you not the one that marginalized yourself? The lawyers, the judges that judge these cases, some of them are Christians. Majority of them are Christians. Are they not aware that the whole rotten in that election process was very, very much glaring? They are aware. In fact, I learned that one of them has been promoted today to Court of Appeal. So,
oh yes, the one where I say crucified, the one where
so
the one where
that is
yes,
it. That's the benefit, that's the word for good work. Because the people who are supposed to shout kept quiet. You know, it's only when I think the Governor Ezife, I think when he was still alive, that he used to go to court. And anytime he goes to court, I see the respect that even the judges give. They respect him. They even call him sir. Welcome. You know, that is power of psychology. But we don't. So not have every right. And I'm telling you, 2027 is going to be very, very. In fact, by the end of second quarter of this month, a lot is going to happen. There are going to be more defections. In fact, there are going to be more defections from APC to another party because of Shetima. Because Shetima is a term. It's not like a fulcrum. So you dare not shift that. You know, when you talk about fulcrum, it holds the key element of the engine. So when you shift it, that engine will crash. But if it has defective, you cannot work with that engine. So that is the problem we're having now. So very critical. And I don't know how Nigeria is going to navigate it, especially APC. I don't know how they're going to navigate on this problem because it's going to be very
talking about how they will navigate on it. People like a former governor of Osun State, Rauf Aregbesola, will be a close ally to President Bola Tinubu before. Don't come out, can't tell Tinubu. They tell him say, if say not be governors where the defects go APC and then they win election. Say na the people now they win election. So make una no worry. If una like more of una defect finish, it will go happen. Now, Aregbesola talked this one today, Tuesday, for Inside Abuja during the public launch of ADC National Publicity Secretary Bola Abdullahi's memo, The Loyalist, citing the 2023 election results in the Southwest and Southeast regions as proof. Now, he urged that despite APC control of most states in the Southwest, the party's highest performance in the region was 55%. While in Lagos, the APC candidate lost across wards, local governments, and the states in the Southeast. So say, not be by say you want, if you like, make you get all the governors. It no matter, you will still lose election. People don't they talk, say, if they waiting Aregbesola know about Tinubu, we don't know why in they talk with all full force, say Tinubu will lose the election.
No, but it's true. Yeah, it's true, Peter. It's true. Let me give you an instance. It's true. You remember in 2023, there was no structure in Labour Party. Nothing. Yeah. Only, according to them, 4 people, tweeting from the room. Let me tell you, the first result in 2023 election, the first result came from UI, University of Ibadan. That was the first result that when we are together, we started thinking. That was when they say 1 LP 2 LP. They were singing that song. That was the first time they were singing that song. LP. And I remember that vote. It was 78 LP, 4 APC, 3 PDP. I know they forget that result. I didn't forget that result in my brain. That was the first result. And I told my friends, and we are together at the Yorubas, I said, this election is won not by governors. I said it's won by the people themselves. Because the people came out. 2, the second result came from the polling booth of Tinubu in Lekki. I listened 170. The second ones were around 30. Then the one, look at the gap. Look at the gap. And I said,
his word he lost to P2B.
His word. And now that was when I predicted. I told my friend, hey, these people will see how they will cancel this election. He said, no. I said, for this man, Jagbadan, Jagaban to lose, even in his own word, it is going to be an insult, and he's going to do everything to ensure that this election is stalled. So we debated on, in fact, we bet, and I collected my money later. What am I telling you that? Yeah, what am I telling you later is that election today, from what I'm seeing, is not going to be like 2023. 2023, people were like, relax. It was later that the glitches came in. And as at that time, people have relaxed their mind. So that was, but this time around, I'm telling you, every Nigerian is going to stay by the line. In fact, as you're doing it, they are going to take picture. So it's not going to be easy. Even the governor is going to be easy. People will collect your money and eat it and do what they did. And let me tell you, there is already what do I call? There's an atmosphere. They use today. Let me give you an instance. They used to are no more talking because they believe that because they were talking too much, that was why they were bogged. Now, the social medias all are gone, and they are trying to see a strategy that these all recycled people will not use to, to scuffle the 2027 election. So for Aregbesola to say that, you understand the tone. Tell me today, the unemployment rate today is 40% to 50%. Unemployment. The tax you're talking about. I paid my tax when I am. Then when I want to take my money from the bank, you tax me again. When I want to pay through POS, you tax me. So, and me as an individual, I've been taxed more than 3-4 times for the same money that government gave me. And you think people are happy? People are not happy. When they talk about that the economy is getting better, go to the street. Who is happy? Nobody. So the whole thing, Nigerians are keeping quiet. Everybody is angry. It's going to take a lot of shooting that APC or wherever will win. But if it's on a playing field, I'm telling you that Nigeria have seen enough, and they've had enough, and they've endured enough. No Nigerian as today, you heard him. In fact, I don't know whether you saw one cartoon. And the cartoon was a little bit, but it was serious. I learned something about it. Somebody said he saw somebody being held. And what was the problem? That he bought something 100 naira and he couldn't pay. Then he now helped and pay the person, pay for the person. And they now ask the person, which party do you belong? He says it's APC. He now heard him say, you must pay me back. You must pay me my money. I never knew you APC because you are the one that caused this wala. Now, why can't APC come and rescue you from this 100? It became a problem. I'm telling you, they fought. It was a battle. So it's not like a joke. So you can imagine how much agony people are going through. So let's see what will happen. But I'm just telling you that what Aregbesola say is true, because more so now, the race is no more only at Obi. Now with Atiku, probably, this is just my permutation, probably, if Labour Party, they've settled all their matter, I'm telling you that all of them will collapse for presidency, for whoever is coming for president, because the major issue is the presidency. Once you get the presidency, forget it, because people will now, people will align. If, let me tell you, if Obi has won, I'm telling you, Labour Party will have not less than 12 states. Not less than 12 states. You know?
So that's what
because of
come back. All right, yeah, but do you think that is even possible with this latest development? Remember waiting Kawo Baraje talk. See the evidence of waiting in talk in the past. Here, when you say how we brought in Fulani militias from Mali, Sierra Leone, Senegal, others to win 2015 election. Now waiting Kawo Baraje talk. See, he gets evidence, different reports of how he used to come. And then as at today now, with the hear say one of the, in fact, we don't hear him before for news. This is not Kaobaraji when they talk up, just to show another one how we brought in, you see him. Now, people now they talk, say people don't they talk before now, say Toju Bello, no be Nigerian, say that from Niger Republic now from. And then we don't see the way we be saying they treated by Nigerian government. When Matawale Day government, how he is attending to branding and all that. This same Tojubelo now, see him. Today now we wake up for social media, see APC card, where we say carry, see him. Zamfara State, where he registered. Even though say APC spokesperson don't come and say no, he no be their member, he no be member of their party. But the APC is still yet to deny what Kaobara just said, that they brought in these terrorists that they nicknamed bandits to make it look soft, to help them win election in 2015. Till today, the APC as a body never addressed the situation. If not true, why not true, and why then do it? And then people now they blame them, saying that the reason why make it be like say they treat the insecurity issue with play. Because how do you explain a situation that a known terrorist like this, a registered member of the APC, even though say Oga, the APC management don't come and debunk him, say that he has been registered as one of it, so that no be true, say don't be registered, say the thing, say in fact in a vile fabrication, na lie. But of course, we always know that it will always be a lie. But make her take a reaction, if you understand what I mean, sir.
Yeah, but in fact, if you believe APC rhetorics, then you can believe that the moon will never come out in the whole of 1 year. APC lying spree has metaphors into another dimension that you cannot even qualify it or describe the lying spree of APC. Right from when look at the kidnapping of the girls, in Kaduna, in Borno, in Kogi, they will always come out and deny and say it is not true. And at the end of it, the truth will always come out. So when I saw this slip of Tunji Bello registering as APC, I just laughed. And nobody can tell you that this is not the original slip. It's original slip. So sooner or later you will hear the truth. But let me go to your question about the militants being imported. Yes, they were imported because of taking over the leadership of PDP during Jonathan era. But that time and now is not the same. The scenario now is different. Because those ones that they brought in, there was a specific instruction: disrupt the election if this person wins. But when this person won, there was no disruption again. And instead of to be paid back and sent back, they were left to fend for themselves. So this is the beginning of the new era of bandits and terrorists. If after that election they were called again and say, hey, look, the mission is accomplished, you can go back, and you settle them. Because if you watch, they will even tell that what the government promised them, that they didn't do that. So that scenario is very different now, because as at now, the new regime of APC is a little bit complicit, because when you hear that 100 and something people were kidnapped, and you ask yourself, 100 people walking or whatever loaded the truck, and they will just disappear, you know there's something wrong. Because this is not chicken now where you go put on a cage and you close them. These are human beings, and they will just be trekking and then everything. So these are even going to be a serious disadvantage to APC, unlike what happened in the other time, because these people are not stopping. They are still carrying all the atrocities, and many Northerners are not really, really happy about it. Especially the allies, they're not happy about what is happening. So unlike before, that it was the conglomeration of the northern leaders that agreed in unison to bring in people for the rescue mission. But this time around, there's a division. Most of the northern leaders are totally against these bandits. So it's going to be like the same. What you're going to see in 2027, I just pray that if there's going to be destruction, it's going to affect the north. It's going to affect the north in the term of election process. Because if there's any security breach in the north, people may not come out to vote. But in the south, people will vote. So the election will be determined by the number of votes from the east or from the south. Because in the north, there's crisis. So people may not come out to vote. So it's going to be a disadvantage to them. And that is why I think the northern leaders are trying as much as possible to see how they can quell this thing before 2027. Because it's going to affect them seriously. It's no more what they agreed on. But now it's something that they need to stop. And stopping it means that all of them must come together to ensure that this is stopped with immediate effect. Now, I pray it happens, but it's going to be dicey when some people are still clamoring and saying that if you fight Boko Haram or you fight the bandits, you're fighting Fulanis or you're fighting other people. That is where the problem is. So there are still divisions among northerners. There's no one voice there any longer, unlike what happened before or prior to 2015. But now they are stringing in different tones. Some believe, some don't, some are just on defense. So there are three categories of leaders in the north when you talk about insecurity. Some are for, some are against, and some are in between. And that will change the narrative for 2027.
All right, sir. So still talking about 2027, I know, I'm sure you've heard that there was a coup plot against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that has now been confirmed by the defense headquarters. And there are a few things about the person who supposedly lead the coup plot. We named Mohammed Maaji, in the military colonel. Now we hear say Colonel Maaji or Colonel M.A. Maaji be number one for inside the list of the 16 people who they indicted for, trying to plot a coup to remove President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And he, in fact, Colonel Maaji was a security advisor to Timipri Silva for 2015 for Bayelsa State gubernatorial election. Now, waiting make you hear say the house of Timipri Silva was raided after this coup plot. I don't know whether you understand. So even though after all this denial and all that, and say fingers on the plot at point at Timothy Silva, and he said he went for medical treatment abroad and all that. How you take what will be your reaction to this coup plot? People say out of all the list, out of all the people that were in BC, between about 35 of them, about where they involved. About 33 of them are names from northern Nigeria. Just about 2 or so names from southern Nigeria. Make her take your reactions.
No, but it goes to tell you what is happening in the north. The north, I told you, the north are not sleeping. It's the south that are sleeping. I think they not learned a lesson after the 1966 coup. They learned that, oh, look, we cannot be playing second fiddle. We get it, we don't get it, nobody gets it. So the north are not sleeping. It tells you what is happening, So these young military officers, they didn't just come out to do it without some kind of, support from underground and within their sphere of influence, So it tells you that there's already a disconnect in this regime and the north. Let me just put it that way. It may not be glaring, but underneath, vis-a-vis what we are just talking about, when they say if you didn't fill in a northern Muslim, that they are going. So they are already having the pillars. So they know. So how do they truncate such plan? How do they ensure that, hey, it didn't work? So this is the issue. Because don't forget that if Tinubu bring in a northern vice president who is a Christian, depending on how much relationship they have, Tinubu could use the state apparatus to make that person to supersede him or succeed him. Yeah. So there's a lot of things you're going to look at. And that means that if such a vice president now succeeds Tinubu, it means that the Christians have taken over. And
But what is wrong with that? We've had President Muhammadu Buhari, a northern Muslim, rule for 8 years. President Tinubu, a Muslim, another 4 years. If he wins election, it will be another 4 years. That's about 16 years of a Muslim rule. What is wrong if a Christian Muslim wins? A Christian have a northerner wins election. What is wrong?
to you, you're to you who is thinking normal. There's nothing wrong, but not to extremists. Extremists don't care. As far as it's not them, nothing. So this is the issue. This problem we're facing. We're not facing this problem because of Muslim. No. It is, look, if it's not us, it's not it. Otherwise, why do you think that Atiku want to contest, knowing there's already an underground agreement between the South and the North? Atiku shouldn't have. But he's telling you there's a story. There's a new story coming up. And that new story is that, look, instead they will bring a Christian to rule Atiku, we better support you. But the only problem the North is going to have right now is that the South may not 100% give them their votes as before. And the best way to do that, the best way to truncate this is either we take it by coup or we take it by insinuations. Insinuations that this must not happen. So the coup has been doused or have been defeated, but there's something about coup. If you read the book written by Rawlings, it will tell you the architect of coup is not as you see it. For instance, you see these ones that are in jail. There could be someone among them who is still having influence, even within the military rank. And anything can happen. That's why a military time, once you are caught as a coup, they don't waste time. They don't waste time to execute, because anything can happen. And what's happening, you see those people coming and they now come and they release them and then they take over. So that's why this coup is not yet over until it's over. So what you're looking at, the number of people, this and that, it's not yet over. Nigerians don't understand. It's not yet over. Are you telling that Northerners are going to be happy that is something of their military officers are going to be charged, and you think they'll just be happy? It's not done that way. These people have a sense of, a sense of patriotism among themselves. Even if you are the worst of all, they will still see a way to defend you. This is the opposite of what is happening in the South, where if it's a Southerner that commit anything, it's your brother that will bring you out and say, crucify him. And don't forget that this school started since September. Are you with me? Yeah. Since September. So if it's Southerner, if they are Southerners, I'm telling you by now, they would have been gone. I'm telling you. Yes. Since September. This is January. And it's now they are bringing the report. And they are sending the report to president instead of sending it to Attorney General, who is supposed to now take the and prosecute them. Why are they sending it to presidency? So when they send it to president, they are going to be lobby. And the lobby could be, oh, look, don't do this, just wait, hold them, and they will not show allegiance. They will not do anything to talk it, and that's it. And I'm telling you, two people will go, and these people may not be executed or prosecuted. This
All
is
right,
the
sir.
power play. The North. The North, they know the power play, and they play it right. Unlike us, we are our own enemy. That is the problem.
All right, Nigerians, phone lines are open. Please feel free to jump in on the conversation. 0817-029-4077. That's the number to call in case you want to contribute on any of the conversation, any of the topic we will get tonight. Or if you follow the link waited by the pinned post, and it will bring you straight into the studio. Make you for free join the studio to put your mouth for talk for waiting to happen for inside the studio. So phone lines open 0817-029-407. Now the number to call to participate or partake for waiting to happen for inside what we talk about tonight. So a few things I want to talk to you about, sir, as we take calls. The Ondo State, the Osun State local government funds. The Osun State governor don't they shout to me they release fund to right now. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, this now waiting will be say you say and what Obasanjo do to you when you know like home, but you're doing it to me. People from the presidency they say not be the president hold them, was in a court order. Now he hold it in the matter. Make I take this call so that I go respond together with that matter. Hello,
Okay.
good evening and welcome.
Hello, precious. Good evening.
Good evening, marvelous from Canada, right? Welcome. I still remember your voice. Go ahead, please. Please kindly make it quick, yeah, so that we can release our guest.
But I need you to also spare me some minutes, because due to the questions I'm about to ask, please.
Hey.
And due to the answers I'm about to add to it, please. It's
Please
important I bet you.
try now. At least 3 minutes. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, no problem. My first question, my first word which I will use, a house divided can never stand. That's number one. So, what I will add to it here, Nigeria is no longer, as in regarding this military coup or whatever, Nigeria is no longer they are no longer debating policy. Nigeria is now confronting a frontline political, ethnic, and religious. Those front lines have been exposed by the Sokoto bombing. Yeah. So Sharia, the Sharia law, the 35 military officers detained over alleged coup plotters against the government. That has been on ground. That is even part of the problem as well. That has been on ground for long. The Sokoto bombing exposed the government, what they've been hiding. That's number one. And again, what I will also add to it again here, you see, that crisis here review how deep the role of how deep moral and political crisis in Nigeria. The argument must be put forward. Nigeria is split into two camps. Only external pressure has even slowed the violence. The deep and enduring violence in Nigeria is now two countries in one border. Let us, in one border, let us be, and let us stop pretending. That's the truth. We should stop pretending. The unity doesn't exist. That unity between that Nigeria is no longer there, because Nigeria is two countries in one border. That's the truth. And again, look, Sharia law operational in 12 states, in 12 northern states. The militant ecosystem persists in the one ISWAP linked largely to the Fulani network. Boko Haram is rooted in Kanuris region. The source, because the ideology that protects them from the state hesitates. The state has a state to accountability, as in they do not account, and this is selective. They are selective in their doing. Again, in the south, Christian is target, not capacitant. Then Christians are killed, direct attack, or dies at collateral, and Islamic conflict is not in the community are exposed. Decimates. You see, the truth of the matter is here. This is no longer a misunderstanding. Nigeria needs to wake up and start speaking up. Because
so what is your direct question? Because you've just been making more like making statements. What is your direct question?
My direct question now is this. Are the Nigerians, the individuals of Nigerians, the South, most especially the South, they cannot tell me they do not know this, that this is what is going on, that they cannot tell me that the government do not know this, that the government do not care about this. It's like the government are covering all these things up. No action is being taken against these people.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much. Would you like to react to that very quickly, sir?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, let me start with the government covering up. I've said it even in most of my editorials and my column, that Nigeria is a country where you have leaders that have no empathy, they don't have any soul. This is a country that you heard that 100 and something of Nigerians were kidnapped, and your leader is jumping to the plane to travel abroad for whatever stupid investment or not. Life to our average leaders, it don't matter. I know that if you kill an Israeli, one person or two, the whole country stand at ease, and you will feel the pain of losing your own citizen. You will see the pain from everybody, from the leader to the least of the persons. You will feel the mourning mood of a country. But it's a country that people are no more asking about killing. This is how many people were killed. So when he say it's 6, oh, it's small. When he say it's 10, it's small. When he even say 20, when he say 200, it's small. There's nothing. Empathy has left us as citizens and as leaders. And this is because the leaders who are supposed to showcase what empathy means, they are no more there. They don't care. Where on earth will some people be kidnapped, 100-something people, and you don't see a nation in a mourning mood? You don't even see citizens feeling the pain of their fellow citizens who are languishing in the forest. There's no empathy. So it is not only about the leadership, it is transcended to every citizen that we don't care anymore. Life to us that's supposed to be sanctity, has supposed to be sacred, has remained like if not goat, then they kill. So when you talk about cover up, it is there. When the leaders don't care, it sends signal, and people don't care. Let's assume that this recent kidnapping in the north, 100 and something that kidnapped. Let's assume that our president come up to the air and say, I am sorry, I feel bad. Look, every Nigerian will mourning for one day and this and that. Do you know what it means? People will feel that a citizen is being mourned the way it's supposed to mourn. So it's unfortunate. Really, Nigeria is divided, not divided by geography. We are divided because what pulls us together, that love, that unity, that peace, that empathy is now knifed. Nobody cares. It is only as you and you alone. Nobody cares about you. And that is why leader can sell you without minding where you come from. Nigeria today is about where is he coming from? Who is he? It's not about the competence, it's not about integrity. It is where he's coming from. If he's coming from your place, even if it's a witch, even if it's a cannibal, let him be there. Let him stampede everybody, let him kill everybody. As far as our own person is doing the right thing. Until we get to the root of love amongst ourselves, we'll continue to be divided by these politicians who have used divide and rule to dent that core bridging that brought us together as citizens. Not even as citizens, as even human beings. Every human being should feel the pain of another one that dies, but not in Nigeria any longer. You can imagine how many people within last week, we talked about not less than 200 people that died. But did you see any sign in this country that shows that citizens died? No. Our leaders are all going abroad, doing everything, talking, nobody, nothing. What kind of country is this? What kind of country is this?
All right, sir. Let's quickly attend to other calls, sir.
Okay.
Hello, good evening and welcome. Hello, sir. Good evening and welcome.
Okay, my dear.
Yeah, yes, sir. Go ahead. You're on the line. Go ahead, please.
On the line. Okay, thank you.
Good
evening, Precious.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah. Please, I just want to make a statement. I just want to make I don't have any question to ask. And I just want to say something about what Soludo did on Monday at Onitsha. As far as I am concerned, my name is Tunde Okafo. As far as I am concerned, it was a disgraceful gesture from the governor to say that he will use bulldozer to clear all the buildings in Onitsha. The Onitsha people are having sit at home in solidarity with Nandi Kanu, our brother, that has been in hostage, have been in custody in Nigerian prison. And this man has been suffering for how many years? And yes, Soludo has the audacity to come to and make all these unnecessary comments. Is it demoralizing the Igbos or is it encouraging the Igbos?
Thank you.
Hello?
I can hear you, and I said thank you. They get to respond to you. Thank you, sir.
So thank you very much. Thank you very much for this platform.
Thank you, sir.
I always enjoy it. Keep on the flying. God bless you.
Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
All right, sir.
Thank you.
You want to react to that very quickly, sir?
Yeah. In fact, I like what he said.
He's moralizing the Igbo, or he's encouraging them. I think that's a valid question.
No. There's a word I want to pick up from what he said. Nnamdi Kanu. The question is, why is this man suffering? Have we both asked themselves, why is this man suffering? He's not suffering because of his own person. He's suffering because of his own people. He's suffering because of the cry of his own people. Left for him, he will have been living normal, no problem. But his own people.
He's now, a citizen of the United Kingdom. So if they were
now, those his own people that he's suffering for, they've abandoned him. And these are the trajectories that Soludo is bringing in, to abandon him. When Nelson Mandela was fighting, ANC never abandoned him. Whatever happened, they were with him until he gets his freedom. But what is it that is the problem of Igbos? That somebody who has brought out himself as a sacrificial lamb for his own people, without Nnamdi Kanu, I'm telling you today, mark it, without Nnamdi Kanu, by now, Igbos would have been called, would have been overrun. I'm telling you the truth. Remember that Hope wanted to bring in an Emirate in Imo State. Emirate to put in Owerri. Ojozo Kanu has already been making arrangement for Lokwanta. But it is this man who is shouting and talking and giving us feedback. That is why, like we are talking now, that in your state, they are saying that Christians are intolerable. Why should Christians be tolerable to when we welcome you, at the end of it, you start fighting us and start killing the people? Is it not what happened to Hausans? Are we not reading history? So you allow these people, they come, you give them road, you give them everything. At the end of it, when they burn much, they will not start telling you that your own is no more. That's what happened to Ilorin. Ilorin is a Yoruba land. Today, Emir from Fulani is ruling them. And they dare not talk. Nnamdi Kanu has done more than anything you can talk about to safeguard Igbo land. What are these people doing, Soludo and Co? What are they doing to safeguard Igbo land? I'm telling you, if not Nnamdi Kanu, by now, most of our forests, in fact, most of us will have been overrun. Some of us will have been answering Musa by force. And somebody is telling you that that solidarity, I'm happy that you cannot kill an idea. Whatever happens, Igbos will be solidified because this man has done something that if you don't analyze much, you will not understand what Nnamdi Kanu has done for us. Those checkmated them because he's always ahead of their plan. And everything that Nnamdi Kanu said about Nigeria, go and look at it, is happening. So somebody is telling you why should you be solidarity? Because you are not in solidarity, you don't want others to be. So that maybe people will not be seeing him more above you. What have you done? What have you done for Igbo people that Nnamdi Kanu has not done 100 times? You closing the market, and you think when you close the market, you shut down the empathy on Nnamdi Kanu. It's not true, because what you have even done, you even make it so glaring now. The more you close it, the more the opening. So what he has done now, people are now, oh, is that so? So people that have not read about Soludo now are looking at how Soludo is. And some people now know, oh, these people are now fighting. And now, let me tell you the truth. This video that is seen on Onitsha is already in the US. And they're already talking about it. To tell you that the people are saying, I don't mind Igbos, they are not solidarity with Nnamdi Kanu, don't mind him, he's just there trying to be on his own personal ego, personal agenda. Now, this video is going to vindicate him. That this man you're talking about, the whole of the Southeast is with him. So that thing they think they want to cover is now being exposed. And I wish them good luck, because this video has shown the world that irrespective of what they do, Igbos will not leave this man alone. He's our brother, he's our son, and we'll keep on being in solidarity with him.
All right, sir.
And there nothing happened to him.
All right, sir. Make I quickly take one or two more calls and then we'll wrap up. Good evening, comparable facts, and welcome.
Greeting, Mr. Madoka. It's nice to be on the platform. So
Thank you,
I'm
my
not
brother.
gonna make I'm not gonna make too much comment. I will just address my own opinion on what I think about all this defection. I mean, in my own opinion, the governor defecting is not going to save the APC, because they are not the structure. People are the structure, because there are many issues, we have in Nigeria, that may not actually, decide their fate. But the issue I have is that people, what may decide is like the food price, the fuel, transportation costs, insecurity. But I have a problem about the credibility of INEC, and the turnout level. So my question, I'll be very specific to my question. So my question to you: with the governor defecting to APC, Will that make it? How do you see it? In the 2027 election, do you think it's gonna have? Do you think that's gonna be the main structure that we decide? The 2027 election.
Okay. Yeah, the like I think I've addressed it before. The defection
Oh,
won't
okay.
have
I'm
any
sorry.
effect.
Okay.
Yeah. It won't have any effect because Nigerians have gotten the impact of APC's leadership. The policies, the renew hope has become renew hopelessness. So Nigerians are really, really not going to use the defection of the governors to judge whatever. Like I said, in 2023, Peter Obi has no structure. There's nobody, not even a single local government councillor. But you see what happened? The tsunami was there. And I was just telling Precious that if not because of the snatch it, grab it, and run, I'm telling you, you'll be one hands down with lots of gaps. So it was it. The only problem, like you said, which I am afraid of, is the INEC. If INEC could be transparent, if we can have election that once you cast your vote, it will show. I'm telling you, before 12 noon, results have been shown. And I've always advocated. My advocacy in what I've written in my column is that we must have less human interface in our elections. For instance, first we do vote online using Google, whatever, using anything. So if INEC can come up with that, they have our voters registered, they have everything. Everybody, every voter should have a code that can be sent to you, only you. You cannot vote two times. So they send you using your name. So when they send you that code, at the election day, the presidential election, Senate, have everything can be taken in one day. What will happen? They will send you a code. That code, you will take it to vote the president, the Senate, and all the rest. Once you click on that code, it opens the portal for you. And in that portal, everything is there. You scroll for the presidency, whoever you want to, you just tick. You go to the Senate, whoever you want to vote, you stick. You go to House of Rep, you go to Governor, you go to State House of Assembly, and that's once you finish, you submit. The thing goes straight to the server, and the result is open. So you can even watch the result in your system. In your house, you can be in the comfort of your zone and vote in your comfort of your house and vote. And you give a time lag. Look, this voting starts from 8 to 11. So within that period, if you don't vote between 8 and 1, immediately that 11 comes up, it shuts down. The result is manifested. Everybody sees it. That is another way we can use, and we will not talk about the election rigging because this is internet, this online, this is live.
Thank you, sir. Let's comparable facts. I hope that he's answered your question. I'm sorry I'm rushing.
Yeah. No, it's okay. That's understandable, Precious. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Hello, good evening, Mr. John. Welcome. Please help me make it quick. Let's just answer everyone at once and have Dr. Marika respond to all of them.
Thank you, Madam Precious. God bless you for what you're doing. I really want to talk about Soludo giving a mandate to close the business in Anambra State in Onitsha. I guess he has a problem, and I don't know what the problem is. Precious, do you know that every Mondays, transporters alone coming in out of an intercity in Anambra State are losing up to about 8 to 9 billion every day? Do you know that every Mondays in Anambra State alone, about 13 billion is being lost as a result of what? Monday closure of markets. But that's not where I'm going. Where I'm going is this. I was thinking that Professor Charles Soludo is a well-groomed economist. You should take a cue with the governor of Abia State, What did he do? Go to the main market and see how deteriorated the market is. Then go to Abia State and see what Alex Oti is doing. What is he trying to do? Persuading people, calling people to the table, talking to them. You see, this sit-at-home I see this is something for Soludo to have, find a way out to resolve it. You can call for a phone fair, even every Mondays. Call for a phone fair. People move around. You set an example. You understand? It's not about close. Okay, sit at home is every Monday. Now you aggravated the more. You said 1 week they're not going to open the market. I have about 2 shops in main market. It bothers me even when people are not coming on Mondays for businesses. But the point is that how do you resolve this? How do you make a promise to the security apparatus? How do you bring security into that state? The way Enugu State government did it, the way Abia State government did it, they manage it, and even have a solidarity with people, and at the same time, it's an idea, it's wisdom.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you align with people that our man is being held in Nigeria, but at the same time, you don't destroy your business, your economy. So there are ways to go about it. And I think people should go and talk to that man so that I don't understand what he's doing in Anambra State. Pressure, I don't really want to take much time because I wanted to say other things, but let me leave it this way.
Sorry, no vex. Tomorrow you go talk up.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Good night. Hello, good evening. Welcome. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Please make it quick.
Hello, President.
Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome, sir.
Yes. I'm coming from Sweden anyway, and I've been following you.
Thank you.
You see, actually, my question is that now that we know that they are still going to grab it, wrong with it, so we are not making any plan to see that we avoid this scenario because when we know fully well that this is exactly what they're going to do. The INEC is going to compromise, and so we don't have anything we need to do to see that this thing cannot really happen. Because when you know that this is exactly what is going to happen, I think we should have some tactics, some plan on ground, not just waiting for the tsunami to come. So that's my question, sir. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. All right. Well, let's see if we can take one more call. And I think the caller has gone. Hello. Good evening. Are you there? You're lucky you're here. Good evening and welcome.
Hello, Precious.
Sir.
Good evening.
Good evening and welcome.
Good evening, Dr. Sonny Obe Maduka.
Good evening, my brother.
Thank you for your great analysis, and most especially to you, Precious. Thank you for hosting this this call tonight. I just want to speak regarding the so-called locking of shop that the governor of Anambra State is enforcing. It is ironical that leaders who are supposed to be protecting the people, who are supposed to be leading the people, are the ones calling for their head. What the people are doing every Monday is not something forced on them. This is something they are willingly doing in recognition of a man who is who is convicted because of the love he has for his people. And then the people decided to lock their shop to show solidarity for this same man. The governors who are supposed to be speaking on behalf of Nnamdi Kanu and the people, instead of protecting them or speaking for them, choose to lock them up, fight them, use the military on them. This is uncalled for. If you ask me, the northern governors protecting their own. Why can't our own leads protect their own? We see people like Tuji in the north, Fulani headsmen killing people. And yet these governors of the north still stand, protect them, even the ones that have been arrested. They fight for their release. And yet in the East, our own government, our own leaders are the one fighting us. This is unjust, and this is not how to lead the people. This is one.
Okay.
Now, secondly, Dr. Sonny, you spoke
Yes, my brother.
Thank you. You spoke about how these our leaders are suffocating the people who they are supposed to be leading. And also, when I listened to your speak, to what you said regarding this our collective, or how will I put it, the selective justice being meted on the people of the East. I will say to you, all you have said here today, they are all in line. And there's no way you can say it better than how you have just put it to us. I implore you to continue. If you have your way coming to Precious Station, please, I implore you to continue to come, speak to us, and help us tell those who are not aware of what's happening, they can be aware and have the information which the Nigerian media is not giving to them. Precious, you are media. If I tell you my time now is 11 o'clock, so that's to tell you that I am still awake because of your program. I'm giving this to you, Precious.
Thank you.
What you are giving to us, the Nigerian media are not giving it to us. The freedom of speech, giving us the information that is being covered from us. This is what you give to us. Thank you, Precious.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sonny Maduka.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think this is about the consequence.
That will answer it. That will answer it.
God, we are tired. My head is banging.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Mr. Fred, good evening and welcome. Mr. Fred, are you there?
This is our own national assignment.
Someone else. Good evening and welcome. Thank you. So just be on the line. Let's talk to someone else. All right. Welcome.
Where does
yesterday I called in. I was like, I said something about that Igbo politicians now. They are not protective. They don't know what they are doing. That is unfortunate. Igbos, we don't have political elites. Like the last caller just said, they're supposed to protect them, protect us, but they are not protecting us. So Soludo, my fear in this thing Soludo wanted to revoke now, start again, provoke again now, is like Soludo is, I think he's the one that he's the killer of Igbo people now, because he will not tell me after all these things that somebody will not injure, somebody will not die, or something will not happen. I don't pray for that, but this is where it's going to lead to, But that one is not what I'm talking about now. I want to talk about I saw something on the news. Please, can you verify that thing for me, that video? I saw an Igbo guy. He's a Muslim. He's been pushing a Igbo Muslim in Southeast. But that is not the issue. The issue is that I saw a video where he's teaching little children Islam, which is okay for him. But I noticed something. Those little children, they are all putting on the same uniform, like Almajiri in Igbo land. I'm not against anybody doing any religion, because me, I don't believe in religion. For me, I say religion is sinful, But that one is where are the human rights? Where are the child protectors? The people that are supposed to protect the children. I can't see in Igbo land. It's going against our cultural value. For him to put on those children, they are about like 9, 10, 11 years old. They are all putting on the same uniform like Almajiri in the north. So who knows what is going to be the future of these children in our Igbo land with this type of ideology this man is implanting on those little children. People should look at that thing. That thing is no more religion practice. This one is now adulterating something into those little children. I just want you to confirm for me this evening, please. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, Mr. Fred, let's let you talk so that we can.
Okay, okay. Let me first of all, let me
No,
start
not
from the
not
last.
Mr. Let me let Mr. Fred talk so that he can
Okay,
respond.
okay, Fred. Okay, go ahead. Okay,
Yeah. Mr. Fred, please go
okay,
ahead so that Dr. Sonny can react to everybody.
okay.
You're muted. You're muted. You're muted. Please check your system.
Mhm.
Okay, okay, sorry. You can hear me now?
Yeah,
Okay,
clear.
okay. Good evening and good evening to our speaker. Actually, it's so sympathetic that this thing is still continuing in Nigeria. So sometimes we hear, in fact, it's a big problem to us because you cannot just see your people dying and nothing is being done about it. It just continue to the extent they even take money to go to America and fake the story and so many things. So I don't know. I don't know what they are really up to. They are really, you cannot be killing your people like that and you feel comfortable about it. Now they are planning for election. Look at the other day I watched at the news. Look at the armored car, the vehicle, they prepare just for election. Election is not war. Election is something you go there every year when we vote. You don't even know that people vote. You just go to the voting unit, cast your vote. But now they are preparing vehicle, armored cars, and the rest to do election. For what reason? But you cannot prepare this now to go and fight all these terrorists in the nearby places. So it's so really bad. I don't know. So my thought. I asked the question before, but though you didn't even talk much about it because now we know what is really ahead of us now for this election. What is now our plan? Because it's still going to be. I have, in fact, I told you for sure. The result of the election for 2027 have been written already. There's no two about it. But what are we going to do? Because this what they are doing is just camouflage just to buy the people mind, all those things. The results have been written. What are you going to do now to see that you can characterize that result? Because they will tell you to go to court, and the court belongs to them. So that is my question, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, so let's let you respond.
Okay.
React to everyone.
Should I start?
Thank you so much, Mr.
Yeah,
Okay. Should I go ahead? Okay. Now,
Yes, go ahead, sir.
election in Nigeria has always been war. So it's never just a walk in and walk out program, which in a sales society is supposed to be walking and you walk out, you smile and you have handshake. Here it is a war. When you're voting, it is war. After voting, is war. So it is. The only thing that I can tell you that we can do is to know that the people that are perpetuating this evil, they are just few. They are not up to 5%. They are not up to 3%. It is the people that will determine the change. The Arab Spring didn't start because of anything. It started with somebody saying, look, enough. And then people say, we cannot continue like this. I think the acronym that Nigeria will have suffering and smiling is the worst thing that happened to us. When you are suffering and you're smiling, how will you know, how will your leader know that you are suffering? We have never, ever consciously decided to change the narrative. The day we change, the day we say we want to change, even if they've written the result, they will not be able to display it. Look at what happened in 2023. What happened is that when that election was declared by 3 a.m., in a sense society, even in Benin Republic here or this small country, the following day you will not, nobody will pass anywhere. So when that thing happened, not somebody will tell them that you cannot rig and go scot-free. But somebody rigged, did all the magu-magu, we're all watching and we're all looking. That is why we have the perpetuity of evil. If there are people who have come out and said, no, this will not happen, I'm telling you, the leaders, they will not do it. At least today, you see Nyoso Wike running like a Ben Johnson. Why didn't he stay? It's the people will. People tell him, look, you can't. So why can't we, as a people, say, this over recycled corrupt individuals. Enough is enough. So whether they right or they're not right, but 2027 will determine whether Nigerians want to continue with suffering or whether they want to stop suffering and smile. It is our own resolution. It is our own power. Then another person talked about Soludo's, comparing it with Abia State. There's one word there, and that word is dialogue. Dialogue can do anything. I'm in Abia. I'm part of the Abia State Government. Let me put it that way. I know what we do. And then when I told Precious that on Mondays, our children go to school, she didn't believe it. We've done it. Markets are opening. Things are opening. We never had us or see the governor coming to stamp anybody, shout. No. There are ways you can do things and people will realize that you're doing something. When people know you're sincere, they will follow you. We've done that. I told you, you can go. Umuahia is open. On Mondays, market everything, which is the capital. The only place that we are still working on is in Aba. And Aba is core. When you talk about Aba, and it's a very core place. But we are breaking it. And how are we breaking it? By dialogue. We're talking. And gradually, everybody, like I told you now, you can walk, you can go to our area, even if the market is not open, but you want anything, you can still buy it. Even if it's not open, but you can still buy anything you want to buy in our areas on Monday. You just go there, you will see some people running around. When you pass, they will ask you, what do you want? They will go to their shed. That's another way. But why we are a little bit, not trying to shut it down is because people have the right to their own fundamental freedom. And there's always one thing I used to say, even when we are meeting. I say, look, freedom is not gotten on a platter. And if Igbos want to get their freedom, we must do something extraordinary. And even this sit at home on Monday, it has an effect, even on the federal government, because they know that Southeast, on Monday, don't go there. And why do they know that? They know the solidarity is for one man whom we believe. And we're not trying to, for instance, when we discover that when we riot, they will bring army and then they target either or non-government, and that is why they decided to, oh, look, man, don't riot, sit at home, so that let us see who will come to your house and kill you and say you did it. It was a tactical strategy. We don't want anybody to kill us or us being accused of killing ourselves, because people have been insinuating that Igbos, like what Soludo said, 90% of the killing done in Igbo is Igbos. That is a very, very wrong assumption, because what this sit at home has galvanized that people know that any killing is almost, it is you being heady and you want to walk out. So Igbos don't kill ourselves. And those people, Igbos are not cannibals. We reason. In as much we have many saboteurs, but there are still some core Igbo that anything that happened to you, they will remember that word. Ononobewanne abaloso. They will always be by the side of that person. So there's another thing I want to talk about. Now, about which I'm used to close. Now, we're talking about leadership. In Yoruba land, there are pointers you can look at. For instance, the Oni of Ife, the Oluobadan, the Awojele of Ijebu-Ode. These are called Yoruba leaders that if anything happened to any Yoruba person, this one will rally around and ensure that that Yoruba man or woman is not victimized. In the we have the Emir Sokoto, that's what's the name? The Sokoto. Yeah. They rally round. Some of the policies you see that are being talked about, the Sharia, the everything, they come from a place. But now come to Southeast. Look all your leaders. Who, if you have a problem, could you go to? The only person that could have had that opportunity is Igwe of Onitsha. But he's not forthcoming. He is just a ceremonial chief.
Like the Obi of Onitsha.
Yeah, Obi Onitsha, yes. He is supposed to be the person who Igbos can rally around in case there's any problem. But you see, since Nnamdi Kanu, have you heard his voice? And these are great men that when they talk, the government listens. Now, who do you look to? They said we are Republican. Republican doesn't mean that we won't have leaders that we can look up to. So this has been the problem, especially among our youth. Our youth don't have any umbrella. And that's why anytime they do something, they will just be picked up and locked up. Nobody talks for them. The only leader they have that could talk to them, they don't. So it became a problem. As of today, nobody. That's why I said, if it's the time of Mbakwe, Opera, these are people that they don't play with their own people. But today, who? You have all the SS now. In fact, the SS now has been bastardized SS now. That even some houses you have SS. It has no meaning again. Nobody.
But I thought there used to be a saying like Igbo, where is it?
Now they've messed up. They messed it up, especially in Abia State. They messed it up to the extent that every community, every household that is now is. So that there's no you don't even know who to rally around, because in the community you may have 2 or 3 SS, and they'll be fighting among themselves who is going to be the leader, who is going to be the head. So the institution in the Igbo land is gradually waning. So now we need to reinvigorate it. We need to see, how do we tell Obi of Onitsha, look, stand in the place. Stand in the place to protect the use of the Igbo land. How do we do that? And that's what I'm thinking, which is my personal opinion, that anytime I have opportunity, I'm going to write him. I'm going to write him that, look, you have not spoken. Your son is being incarcerated. You didn't say one word. But when Igboho, the Yoruba, all the leaders, they rally around. Why are we like this?
Thank you.
So that is what I will just say for now. So I think I've been able to answer all the questions. Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Thank you so much, Madoka. It's been a great day with you. I appreciate you big time, making out time to spend almost pursuing 3 hours with us. Easy. Thank you so much. Thank God in a chair. Now what you the wish you gonna say the no fall. Go fall. Thank you so much.
Don't worry. The major thing, please tell them that I have, okay, so somebody asked me, okay, tell them I have a column every Saturday.
Please let them know. Announce it, sir.
Yeah, okay. Every Saturday, Independent newspaper, I have a column, and it's always a controversial column. The use and the future. That's the use and the future.
So
Independence
newspaper
every Saturday.
Every Saturday.
Yeah. Yes. So please, you can go there. It's a controversial column. I know what I go through. I know what the banter. I know all the missiles. But the issue is that truth must always be said. Like I told some people, it's better to live for something you believe in and die for it than to live for something you don't believe and live for it. And that is my motto. And that's my own idea about life. God bless you. Thank
you so much. God bless you. I appreciate you big time. I do hope that you respond to us. You should be seeing, or you should be here more often now. They join us more often now.
Don't worry. Yeah, no problem. No problem. I will be trying.
I appreciate
Take care.
you big time. Please enjoy
I
the rest of the
appreciate
day.
your program.
Thank
God
you.
bless you.
Thank you
Okay,
so
dear.
much.
Thank you.
Sir. All right,
Bye.
Nigerians, thank you for being part of the show. Big thank you to all of you. For those of you saying I was sleeping, I wasn't sleeping. I was working. I have a lot of work in my hand, and it's already gone past my time scheduled to achieve the work. So I had to be touching down on some work while I was more like double tasking. Thank you so much to everyone who's been part of the show. I appreciate you guys and I love you guys so immensely. Let's do this again tomorrow evening. Tomorrow evening, Professor Chris Mwakobia joins us here tomorrow evening. Professor Chris Mwakobia joins us tomorrow evening, and it promises to be a great time with him when he joins us. But at the meantime, I'd like to say a big thank you to all of you. Protect your mental health because for Hala they finish. I'll see you again tomorrow evening, God willing. Thank you so much for being part of the show. Good night and God bless you. Bye bye.